Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8. We are on chapter 12. We are reading the section where Lord Shiva is glorifying Lord Vishnu. He's gone to visit Lord Vishnu, Lord Madhusudan, and he is glorifying him. So we were in the we had started reading the purport by Srila Prabhupada to this verse. We'll just quickly read the translation of the verse. It's a long purport.
The Lord also is glorifying the devotees, right?
Yeah, Lord Shiva also glorified the
Lord
devotees.
Shiva's, yeah, Lord Shiva's glorified.
That's right. Yes, that's right. Thank you. Yeah. So this verse that we have been reading, I'll just read the translation. My dear Lord, your Lordship alone is the cause and the effect. Therefore, although you appear to be two, you are the absolute one, as there is no difference between the gold of a golden ornament and the gold in a mine. There is no difference between cause and effect. Both of them are the same. Only because of ignorance do people concoct differences and dualities. You are free from material contamination. And since the entire cosmos is caused by you and cannot exist without you, it is an effect of your transcendental qualities. Thus, the conception that Brahman is true and the world false cannot be maintained. So we have been reading the purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I'm going to continue. We read how Prabhupada is explaining the Achintya Bheda, that we are one and we are different. We are one. Just as here Lord Shiva is saying that the gold in the earring is same as gold in the gold mine, but the quantity is completely different. So this is how we can understand. And also, we continue reading. Vaishnavas therefore do not consider the Jagat to be mithya. Rather, they regard everything as reality in connection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, when we are standing in front of the mirror, we are seeing our reflection. So, the reflection is not the real person, but the reflection does exist. We can't say the reflection is not existing. It is existing. Why? Because we, the person, are also existing. So that's why the reflection is also existing. It's real. Anasaktasya vishaya yatharham upayunjataha nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yuktam vairagyam uchyate. Prapanchikataya buddhya hari sambandhi vastuna mumukshubi parityago vairagyam falgu katyate. Things should be accepted for the Lord's service and not for one's personal sense gratification. If one accepts something without attachment and accepts it because it is related to Krishna, one's renunciation is called yuktam vairagyam. Whatever is favorable for the rendering of the service to the Lord should be accepted and should not be rejected as a material thing. Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 1.2 verses 255 to 56. So who's the author of Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu?
Rupa Goswami.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear very well.
Rupa Goswami. Am I
Yeah,
audible? No.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Rupa Goswami. So now Rupa Goswami is explaining to us what is really renunciation. So here, what is called Yuktam Vairagyam? What is Yukta Vairagya?
One's renunciation.
So when is one's renunciation called yukta? Because vairagya is renunciation, right? So when is it called yukta vairagya? Real renunciation. When?
Uh, to accept the Lord's service. I mean, when you
Yeah,
totally render. I mean, totally surrender to Krishna.
totally surrender to
Self-attachment.
Krishna. That's right. So then what happens when one is totally surrendered to Krishna? Then one understands that everything belongs to Krishna. Then, because renunciation, one may think, oh, renunciation means I have to give up, give up. No, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. But actually, that is Falgu Vairagya. That is like imitation, renunciation. Whereas the real renunciate, he sees, this let me use in Krishna's service. Let me use this also in Krishna's service. Let me use this also in Krishna's service. So he doesn't want anything for himself, but he's accepting everything to serve Krishna, to spread Krishna consciousness, to worship Krishna. So that is real renunciation. So he sees that this is favorable. I can serve Krishna this way, then he will not reject it as material. Like for example, one may say, now, simple example we may give. One may say that, okay, flying an aeroplane is material, so should be rejected because, oh, how sadhu is going in aeroplane. Sadhu should not go in aeroplane, how they are going. But sadhu is going in aeroplane to spread Krishna consciousness. So that is real renunciation. But if, so this is how Rupa Goswami is explaining what is a real renunciation. Means whatever is favorable, with whatever one can um, serve Krishna, one accepts that and rejects whatever is unfavorable, what will make one forget Krishna. So, what will make one remember Krishna, one accepts it. What will make one forget Krishna, one rejects. And that is a real renunciation. Is that okay?
Yes, yeah, clear.
Okay. So, the Jagat should not be rejected as mithya. It is truth, and the truth is realized when everything is engaged in the service of the Lord. So there are some people who say Brahman Satyam, Jagan Mithya, that this world is false, so I'm going to renounce the world. I have nothing to do with the world. I don't want anything to do with the world. But instead, what the devotee says, that this world is there. Krishna has created it. Let me use it in Krishna's service. Let me grow flowers. I can serve to Krishna with the flowers. Let me cook nice food. I can serve Krishna nice food. Why should we, what you say, eat only ruki, what they say, sukhi roti? Why? No, why? Krishna can eat everything. All sorts of food, rich food with ghee and uh, whatever we can think of, all opulent things. So that is how to understand. A flower accepted for one sense gratification as material, but when the same flower is offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead by a devotee, it is spiritual. So this is the difference. We see a flower, we say, take it, we smell it for ourselves. We say, I'm feeling so nice. It's such a nice flower. It makes me feel so happy. It's so good. So we are taking it for ourselves. But if we take a flower, we remember Krishna. Krishna is the creator, beautiful flower. It belongs to Krishna. Let me offer it to Krishna. Then that becomes spiritual. Flower is flower, but the consciousness is different. So the real renunciation when the flower is offered to Krishna. Food taken and cooked for oneself is material, but food cooked for the Supreme Lord is spiritual prasad. So this is a technique of transforming material to spiritual. This is how we can transform material to spiritual. Engage it in Krishna's service, offer it to Krishna. So the material thing becomes spiritual then. So this is a question of realization. Actually, everything is given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore everything is spiritual. But those who are not advanced in proper knowledge make distinctions because of the interactions of the three modes of material nature. So one may say, oh, how everything is spiritual, how everything is spiritual. How? Because it's created by Krishna. So from Krishna's point of view, his energy is the same. What we do, we want to forget Krishna, so we can't see it. And we think that this thing has no relationship with Krishna, and that is Maya. When we think something does not have a relationship with Krishna, that is Maya. When we understand that this thing has a relationship with Krishna, that is spiritual. Is that okay?
Yes.
Comments? Confusion? No? It's okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And so then why we are doing that? Because we are in ignorance. We are controlled by the modes of nature. We are not able to understand. We are in illusion. So we are seeing things separate from Krishna. And that's why the same world becomes material for us. So that's how we say the pure devotee is always in the spiritual world. He's always with Krishna. Because even though he's in the material world, his consciousness is spiritual. He understands this material world is also created by Krishna. It's Krishna's energy. He's seeing Krishna everywhere. So it is spiritual world for him, not material. In this regard, Srila Jiva Goswami says that although the sun is the only light, the sunshine, which is exhibited in 7 colors, and darkness, which is the absence of sunshine, are not different from the sun, for without the existence of the sun, such differentiations cannot exist. There may be varied nomenclature because of different conditions, but they are all the suns. So now the same example Srila Jiva Goswami is explaining. He's saying darkness is also a part of the sun. How? Darkness is also related to the sun. What is darkness? Absence of light. That is darkness. So the darkness is also related to the sun. Darkness is not independent of the sun. That's how it's related. When there is darkness, we switch on the light. As soon as there is light, there's no more darkness. And so darkness exists because light is not there. So it is related to light. It's related to sun. Is that okay?
So that means that just because when the sun is not there, then you see that there is darkness. Otherwise, there's not, right? Like how
That's
at
right.
night, so the sun is not there. But then if sun is there, then it has no existence. So
Yeah,
it is just the absence. Yeah.
that's right. Okay.
So the
One
absence
last
of what we're
reference.
trying to say here is that the absence of Krishna is Maya. Otherwise,
Absence
Krishna
of
is
Krishna is
everywhere,
Maya.
right?
That's right.
Otherwise, Krishna is
We are
always there.
thinking, yeah, we are thinking Krishna is absent.
Okay.
We are making this differentiation. We are thinking that this thing is not related to Krishna. That is Maya.
So
When
we
we
can't
will
say
be able to
darkness is Maya,
understand,
right?
darkness is Maya also.
Maya,
Yeah,
we can
dark,
say that. Darkness is
yeah,
Maya. The absence
yeah.
of sun, the light,
Sunshine.
is sunshine.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah.
okay.
Caitanya Caritamita says, Krishna haya Surya Saman, Maya haya Andakar, Jahan Krishna taha nahi mayara adhikar. Krishna is like the sun, Maya is like the darkness. Wherever there is sun, there cannot be darkness. So as soon as one understands this thing has a relationship with Krishna, that is knowledge. That is, there's no Maya there then. Yeah?
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So this material world belongs to Krishna. That's why it says also Brahman, right? It is on the Brahman. Only we want to see it as separate from Krishna. We are not able to understand it is Krishna's energy, belongs to Krishna. So that's how it is material for us. And the same material, when we engage it in Krishna's service, becomes spiritual. Okay. Ekadesha sthitasya jyotsna vistarini yatha parasya brahmana shaktis tathedam akilam jagat. Just as the illumination of a fire, which is situated in one place, is spread all over, the energies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Parabrahman, are spread all over this universe. Vishnu Puran 1.22.53. So Vishnu Puran is saying that fire, we light fire in one part of the room, but the full room gets light. The full room gets the heat, right? Heat and light comes in full room. We are not putting fire in the full room. Fire is in one part of the room, but the full room will get the heat and light. So similarly, Lord Vishnu's energies are everywhere. His separated energy is Jiva Shakti, his internal energies are everywhere. Materially, we can directly perceive the sunshine spreading itself according to different names and activities. But ultimately, the sun is one. Materially, we can directly perceive the sunshine spreading itself according to different names and activities, but ultimately the sun is one. Well, I don't know what exactly does it mean? Different names, is it? Of course, the sun is one. The sunshine is everywhere.
Avatars?
No, this here is speaking only of the sun here, not of avatar. The sun and the sunshine.
Sunshine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sun and sunshine. So, but of course, I mean, how we can understand maybe is like, okay, there is sun in Taiwan right now, sunshine is there, there's sunshine in India, So, but then the sun is the same. It's not Taiwanese sun or Indian sun. Or it could be like sunrise and sunset, but the
No,
sunshine,
it's
it's
not.
all related to the sun, one sun. Huh?
It's actually it's that what you said previously, that it's the Taiwan sun. People might say that this sun is
Yeah.
like, for Taiwan, it's shining the light. So then in India, different time.
Yeah.
They
But
might
it's
Yeah.
because the earth is moving, right? So that's
Yeah,
how, right?
we know that. Yeah, but then they might call it like previously when they didn't know, they might call it like that this sun belongs to
So
us.
so this is how we understand that we don't call, right? We don't say Indian sun or Taiwan sun. We
Mm-hmm.
say, okay, the sun is up.
Yeah.
Although we may think only sun is only for me, but sun is
Mm.
there everywhere actually. It's for everyone. The
Yeah. How
sunshine
we
is
say,
there
no, we have
everywhere.
sun here. Oh, we have sun here. You don't have sun. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
That's
Yeah,
how we
that's
say,
right.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are thinking the sun is only for me here, but actually sun is one. It's giving light to all the, not only Earth planet, but all the other planets also. You
Yeah.
know, there's one sun in the universe. So all the planets are getting the sunshine. So we may say the sun only belongs to the Earth, for example. But no, it's also giving sunshine to the other planets too. Okay, similarly, Sarvam Khala Idam Brahma. Everything is an expansion of the Supreme Brahman. Therefore, the Supreme Lord is everything, and He is one without differentiation. There is no existence separate from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nothing can exist without the Supreme Lord. Nothing exists that has no relation to the Lord. Means everything that exists is created by the Lord. Everything that exists has a relationship with God. When we think that something is existing and has no relation to the Lord, that is Maya. Is that okay? So that's what we are in Maya, because we think, okay, this has no connection to Krishna. We forget Krishna. Then that is Maya. So this is what Lord Shiva is explaining to us. Let's see everything in relation to Krishna. Tvam Brahma Keche Davayanti Utat Dharmam Eke.
Tvam Brahma Kechit Avayan Uddha
Eke Param Sadasato Purusham Paresham.
Eke Param Sad Satoho Purucham Paresham.
Anye Vayanti Navashakti Yutam Param Tvam.
Anye Vayanti Navashakti Yuttam Param Tvam.
Kichin Mahapurusham Abhyayam Atmatantram.
Kechit Mahapurusham Avyayam Atmatantram.
Those who are known as the impersonalists, Vedantas, regard you as the impersonal Brahman. Others, known as the Mimamsaka philosophers, regard you as religion. The Sankhya philosophers regard you as the transcendental person who is beyond Prakriti and Purusha and who is the controller of even the demigods. The followers of the codes of devotional service, known as the Pancharatras, regard you as being endowed with 9 different potencies. And the Patanjala philosophers, the followers of Patanjali Muni, regard you as the supreme independent personality of Godhead who has no equal or superior. So we can see that how the different philosophers are looking at Krishna in their own way, but they are looking at Krishna. You know, like how you can see the sun from different angles, for example. You know, so one may say, okay, the sun right now is completely fully blazing. One is saying, no, it is not so blazing. It is like setting. One is saying, oh, it's just rising. So it depends from which direction we are looking at the sun. We are able to see it differently, but it is the same sun that we are seeing. So similarly, now I understand. That's what was also being said in the previous purport.
Yes.
That's what, you know. So here, so that same implies then how the Vedantas are looking at Krishna as Brahman, the Mimamsaka as a religion, Sankhya as transcendental person beyond Prakriti, Purusha. So how everyone is looking at Krishna, but from their own vision, from their own position, different processes. So it's not separate. It's not that they're all referring to a different person. They're all referring to Krishna. Is that okay?
Yeah.
9 different potencies. I'm not sure what are the 9
That's what
potencies, but
also, even
anyway,
I thought, I said, but the Lord
Pancharatras,
has got,
so many
Krishna has
potencies.
got
That's
so
why.
many potencies. Why 9?
That's right. So maybe in Pancharatra, this 9 specific potencies are maybe described, but I'm not sure what they are. But we, of course, understand that all the potencies belong to Krishna. So, anyway, but you all get the idea of this verse, right? That how everyone is looking at Krishna, but because the position is different, they're looking at him differently. Mm.
The Patanjali
Just like
is also a good one. Yeah.
Patanjali. Yeah.
Patanjali says independent person, there was no equal or superior. It's, yeah.
God is no equal. No one is equal to or greater than God.
That's later
Wow.
as we-
Aparushaya. Mm. God is aparushayam. No one is equal to him or greater than him. So Prabhupada would explain, how if suppose you're seeing the hill, you're seeing a hill. Now, depends on where position. Now, everyone is not seeing the hill from the same place. Somebody's nearer to the hill, somebody's farther than the hill, somebody's at a different angle. So based on where we are, how close or how far, we are seeing the hill differently. Someone is very far away, so one is thinking the hill is just like a fog, like a cloud, you know, no shape there. As one is going closer, one can see some kind of a shape. One goes closer, one sees, there is trees. One goes even inside the hill, one will say, there's animals, there's birds, there's fruits. So like how different people, although are looking at the same hill, are perceiving it differently. So looking at God, looking at absolute truth, but because everyone is differently placed, consciousness is different, the process one is following is different, one is realizing the same absolute truth in different ways.
Hare Krishna, Shilpaji. So, like when we use this example of the train or the mountain, then we think that the 3 forms of Lord, right? The Brahman, the Paramatma, and the Ishwar Swayam,
Brahman,
the absolute truth.
Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So that means that what they are trying to say is that the different philosophers are looking it in a different way at Lord
Yeah.
Krishna, right? This is what the sun also they were using this, that how the
That's
different
right.
philosophers.
That's right. Well, they're looking at the same sun but we are
Mm.
differently situated. Right now, I will say the sun is setting. You will say, you might fight with me. You say, hey, what do you mean? The sun is just risen. And both of us are right,
Mm.
right?
Yeah,
It's true. The sun is rising for you, and for me, your sun is setting.
I
And we may
remember this
actually end
is
up
how,
fighting.
yeah, no, but this was a very, very important point in the beginning. And like Prabhupada, like how you rightly said the mountain. So Prabhupada has very beautifully explained it with the example of the train also. Like when you
Yeah.
see from the far the train, or you can just see the light of the train, and that's Brahman. But
Yeah.
when comes little near, then you can see the body, like how you can see the Paramatma then the inside yourself. But when you actually train stops at your station and when you climb on the train, then you can see the features, all the features that wow, there is a seat inside, you can sit down, there are curtains, there is door, there is so much more. So when you see Bhagwan, then you can see the features, the beautiful features of Lord, like, oh wow, he has such a beautiful lotus feet, eyes, ears. So like that's how he explained these 3 in the comparison with the train also. So
Yeah.
yeah, in the beginning, this was the most important thing to understand. This is the most important thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
These are the 3 aspects, right, of the Lord, like how people see, right? The beginning
Yeah.
initial is Brahm, you're
That's right.
saying, right? Okay. Impulse. And then
Yeah.
Paramatma, and then, yeah.
Brahman. Paramatma
Brahman.
and Bhagavan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bhagwan. Yeah.
that's right. Here, of course, Lord Shiva is explaining how the different philosophers are also, they are also regarding Krishna only, but how because of the different philosophy, different process they are following, then they are regarding Krishna in a different way. Same person they are talking about. Sankhya is saying is a transcendental person beyond Prakriti, controller even of the demigods, which is true. Saka philosophers regard you as religion, which is true. Krishna is the one who establishes religion. Vedantists regard him as impersonal Brahman. Brahman is also coming from Krishna. Followers of the Pancharatras endowed with 9 different potencies. Krishna is omnipotent. Matanjali Muni is saying no one is greater than or equal to Krishna. Yeah, it's all are describing Krishna. What reminds
Krishna
me
says,
is,
Krishna say,
huh?
sorry. Does Krishna say religion I am? No,
Yeah.
he
Krishna.
says, right? Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah.
he says religion I am not sure.
well, Krishna is the one who
Yeah.
establishes the religion, right?
Establishes, okay.
He's the one
First.
because, yeah, he's the one who has given us the Vedas.
Mm.
He's the speaker of the Vedas.
I'm the Vedas, yeah, that's what he
So,
says, right? Yeah.
yeah. So, you know, that reminds me, like how when Krishna is entering the arena, wrestling arena that is prepared
Mm.
for his death, kind of, in Mathura, where Kansa has invited him. And then the arena is full of people, and then how different people are looking at Krishna differently. Each is they're all looking at Krishna. Of course, then there is like Kans is looking at him like he's death personified. Kans is afraid. The young girls are looking at him. Oh, he's so beautiful. He's so handsome. You know, the the older ladies are looking. Oh my God, such a nice child. And what's going to happen? He's such a tender age. No, this is not right. How each like the cowherd. I mean, the boys look at him like a friend. How they're all looking at Krishna, but each is looking at him in a different way. So I was just reminded of that.
So true. Mhm. Very nice. So how we perceive, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
how we are perceiving Krishna. This is a longer verse, so we'll do it tomorrow. We'll read tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, we'll stop here then. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shla Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for listening and joining.